Hi guys, this is Varda here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make another video using different stuff from Spellbinders kits and some of their dies and some of the things that come in their card kit, etc, etc. When I'm having kits to play with, what I like to do is I like to play around with my idea and come up with a layout. One of the designs that got voted by my kids was that at the top it had this kind of a border or kind of a banner, whatever you like to call it, and then right below that part it had this sentiment, expect great things. I think it's beautiful, and around the sentiment it had other things like the flowers, etc. So that's what I'm trying to recreate. I'll quickly put together the layout for you guys and show you what I have in mind, and then we can go from there. So I'm just placing a die where I know there will be golden color or gold mirror cardstock, and then I'm going to place my flowers around it on one corner like so, maybe. Yeah, I like this little green thing hanging. I think white and green is a very classic combination. I love it all throughout the year, and that's why I'm having this little green here. I have some punched out leaves which maybe I'll tuck in there, maybe not, let's see. And then I have used another die from Spellbinders. This is not a part of any of their kits, but this is just so beautiful. And the littlest die from that collection, I will link to the actual product below. Littlest die from that collection on a gold mirror cardstock looks like this, and I have also gone ahead and embossed it for that fun look that you're having. So this is something I'm thinking of placing right there just to offset some of that gold. And because I like to have my focal point color in 3 different areas, typically I might put a heart over there. So that's the kind of look we are going for. Let's go ahead and get started with die cutting. By the way, this particular die came in their February 2018 small die kit of the month kit. Their small die kit of the month kit is absolutely great value for money, I think so. It has got this fabulous dies. This time it came with 4 different borders. I have picked the top one here for today's project. I think it is just graceful, beautiful, and it's just so lovely. So that's what we're going to use. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take this off, and I am going to set this aside and bring my platinum machine. I love this die cutting machine for 2 main reasons. It is absolutely comfortable on my hand, I think, and another thing is it just folds, so it doesn't take a whole lot of space on my work area. So I'm going to, I should probably do it the other way around. Okay, anyways, I'll show you. So I have this cutting sandwich here. I have my platform, then I have one cutting plate below. I have my gold mirror cardstock. I'm going to put my die on top of this cardstock exactly where I want it. And look at that pattern that's forming in the middle, and I think it's so pretty. I'll see if I can use that in some other card. Waste not, want not, correct? Okay, so I'm going to tape these in 2 places, tape this die in 2 different places. That way when I'm moving my machine or when I'm rotating my machine, it stays put and it doesn't shift on my cardstock. So that's what we have. I'm going to complete this sandwich by putting another plate on top. Here is one more thing I like to do with my cutting plates. I'm almost always using the same plate down and the same plate up, just because the plate that is on the bottom will always have lots of scratches and patterns and everything, because dies will be pushing into it. So what I like to do is I don't like to mess up both my plates. I like to just make sure only one gets all the scratches and the other one still stays clean. And the biggest reason I like to do that is because the paper will get some impression from the top plate. No matter how well you use your machine, the top plate will often leave its impression on your actual project. So what I like to do is leave it with as less scratches and things as possible. That way my actual die cuts don't have unnecessary indentations on them. You'll see what I mean. I'll show you in just a minute. Even the tapes I have in there will leave their marks. So I like to just tape them in such a way that the actual border is not impacted and I still have a very clean die cut. And now that's the only die cutting I'm doing today. So I'm going to fold this up. Sorry for the loud noise, but see, it's compact and it's beautiful. I like that about this machine. All right, so here we have it. I'm going to peel off the tape and look what I mean. See, do you see that indentation there? That's what happens when your top plate has some kind of scratches and stuff. So I like to just leave one plate as clean as possible. I'll eventually replace it too, but as long as possible I like to keep my top plate looking neat and tidy, and that's why I like to use the same plate on top and same plate at the bottom. Sorry, I had to step off to look for my two-in-one. My little one was using it for something, so she left it on the table behind me. All right, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? It's just so pretty. I love it. And what we are going to do is we are also going to save and use some of this border, and I'll save this for another project. So I'm going to cut this off like so, and we are going to use that too. I'll save this for another project, which I'm sure you will see in a little bit, but I'll use this border somewhere. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and assemble our card. For adhering these flowers, I have already started heating my hot glue gun, so I don't know whether normal glue will stick them. I'm not sure. So that's why I've started heating my hot glue gun, and that's what we'll use for sticking the flowers. Rest everything we'll probably use just foam adhesive or normal glossy accents or something. All right, so let's get started with that. So right at the top, I'm going to add this banner at the very edge of my card, and then I'll add this, leaving a little tiny white border. To do that, I'm going to simply use glossy accents on the back of this. You can use any kind of adhesive, but make sure it's strong. I also like to use double-sided tape sometimes because I know it's really strong, and whenever I adhere something with it, it's going to stay put. Okay, let's line it up at the very top and okay, next step, we are going to attach this border. Sorry, I'm going really slow here, and I'm making sure I have enough glue, but something that doesn't come out. I think I probably should have used multimedia matte here, but this is what I have closest to me right now, so I'm just going to go with it. We'll trim off the excess later. Let's go ahead and add this one right here, and then this on top. I think I'll probably use this some other time. Leaves are my weakness, I think. I love leaves and some nice flowy leaves are my favorite. So I'm just trying to figure things out again. I do this all the time. I go back and forth and figure out exactly where I want things. Maybe add a couple of these leaves. This is another thing that I used very often. This is a leaf punch from Martha Stewart that I've got years and years ago. I don't even remember when I got it. And I use it all the time on almost all my projects. I feel like this is a very overused tool in my stash. So I think that looks good. And then we can have this here. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll add a lot of greenery and that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these pieces, and then I'm going to get my hot glue gun. I'm afraid if I leave this outside, then it will get squished in the envelope. So I'm just trying to make sure that there is not much of it hanging off. Today is a perfectly nice, sunny, lazy day. Lazy Sunday. Doesn't happen very often. My neck of the woods, at least. But today I'm just so blessed to have today. So that's why I'm taking my time, doing everything slowly, nicely. Okay. So I'll probably put it here. And the last one, I put it somewhere like so. And then for this one, let's use some foam tape. Can we call this project multimedia because we are using like different types of adhesive? I don't know. I'm just kidding, of course. I don't know the true definition of multimedia, but I'm always intrigued by those projects, and I feel like they are so flowery and almost always colorful. Sometimes I find them intimidating, but this year I'm definitely going to give it a try. I have done a few which I think are multimedia projects, like using it on canvas and stuff like that, but I don't think I call myself multimedia artist or anything. All right, so that is that. For this one, let's use foam adhesive, but let's use it twice, like make it double the height, because that already has one layer of foam adhesive, you know what I mean? So I'm going to pop this up with 2 layers of foam adhesive. That way it's okay. How do I want it? Like this? No, like this. Probably here, and then I will add some glue here so that whatever is on the sentiment piece that we have added, yeah, like so. Now let me get my hot glue gun. I hope it is nice and hot for us, and we can adhere the flowers. Do you think we should have one more flower there? Maybe here, but then it will hide the leaf. Or maybe add one more leaf and add it here. How about that? I think that's a better idea. I have this one leaf. We could probably just tuck it in there and have a flower right there. What do you think? Or here? Yeah, that looks better. I should probably do this like this. but then it's hiding all the beauty of that. Probably here. Yeah, that's perfect. Or just have the leaf, or just do this flower here. Oh, that's more beautiful, I think. Not even worry about this. Okay, so this is the last flower, and I'm going to tuck it in right like so. Yes. And then I think I want a little bit of gold, maybe there. Yes. So I'll just go with hot glue for this one. Let's see. And then tuck it in like so. Uh-oh. I didn't know hot glue doesn't work with paper. I thought it did. It does, but it got cold. Oh, my bad. Okay, so plan B. We are going to put multimedia matte and adhere this little heart like so. I think that's it. I'm going to trim off the excess, and to do that I will, I put this a little bit sideways. You see what I did there? But I think I'm going to just roll with it and then trim off the excess. Like so. Or maybe just get my trimmer and trim this off. I'll do that. And this needs some glue right underneath. There you go. So that's the card for today. Let me clean this up and show you the card itself. So that's the card for today, guys. Expect great things. It looks a little empty here, but I think I like all the white space just like that. I'm going to leave it like this. I might come back and add a bit of stamping here with the gold, so you'll see that in the final pictures if I do. But I'm going to say this project is done for now, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.